Running backs.
Did you not want to talk about Trey Lance?
I think we just talked about him enough.
You didn't really say much. I'm really just trying to make you...
What else do I need? Yeah. Okay.
All right, running backs.
We're just never going to talk about San Francisco quarterbacks because
we just don't want to talk about San Francisco in general.
Yeah. Running backs, Mostert's coming back. Last year, start of the season, those first couple games, it was looking like, we put him on the breakout list.
Yep.
He was living up to it. Then he got hurt.
Yep.
Like what always happens. And there were some weird reports last year about him holding out, wanting a new contract. He got that. I honestly think it might have rubbed the 49ers the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back from injury, he did not see the same type of usage.
Not even close.
Snap percentage wise. And I think he's the starter day one in this running back rotation. I think they're never going to just be one full workhorse in this running back system.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the news of Jeff Wilson going to be missing the first part of the season, it's really just Mostert and the rookie who they drafted, Trey Sermon, who was the fourth running back taken in this draft class. 25th pick of the third round, which is decent capital for a running back, especially for the 49ers. And Sermon has the ability, I like the fit for this offensive scheme, the running style, the type of player he is. He matches with a lot of the other players they have on this team, like a Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, guys who are not scared of contact at all and kind of thrive in it, kind of want the contact. So I think this is the question everyone's asking themselves. And I took the bet on Trey Sermon in our dynasty draft. I took him early second round pick because the possibility is there for him to be incredible. Okay, I might not say incredible, but very, very good.
Yeah.
And it could happen his rookie year.
Yeah. So, I know because I was picking right before you and I was going back and forth. Should I take him? Should I not take him? Should I take him? Should I not take him? And I ended up not taking him, and you did. I knew you would.
Well, I was also looking at the same three players you were.
Probably.
You just had the two first picks in front of me.
Yeah. That's always the problem is whenever...
I'm not 100% sure what I would have done. I might have gone Bateman over Trey Sermon, but I think I still would have taken Sermon over Elijah Moore, who was your other pick you took.
Yeah, no, so I took Bateman first and then Moore after that, yeah. Anyways, here's the thing... Here's the thing, is whoever's going to be the running back in this offense is going to be good.
Yeah,
I don't
care.
Yep. It doesn't matter. When you look at this running back group, Jeff Wilson was successful.
All of them. McKinnon had great times last year.
But that's the point. That's the point, is the fact that even a Jeff Wilson Jr. is a stud running back in this offense. So just keep that in mind. So I do agree with you. I think Raheem Mostert, and because he's on my dynasty, please God, play at least half the season. Or more. The thing that makes me nervous with Trey Sermon is they also brought in Wayne Gallman.
Yeah, they brought in Wayne Gallman before the draft, but they've always had kind of a deep running back group.
They did lose so many.
They did lose Jerick McKinnon and Tevin Coleman this offseason, so they did bring in two new running backs, and Sermon and Gallman, to replace them.
And they drafted Elijah Mitchell as well.
Yeah,
6th round pick, but he also fits the mold of that team's running back, though. He's a smaller, I think he's like 5'11", but he's like 215. Or here, let me double check that. He's 5'11", 218. So he's a bigger back.
Yep.
And so again, he can fit that mold, and he's pretty quick. So to me, it just all depends. I don't know what to think.
I know it's hard.
Because there is, to me, a such thing as there's too many running backs.
For sure, especially in the Shanahan style running game.
Yeah, and especially when you take, I know, Jimmy G out of this, and you put in a Trey Lance where you have the option plays now. So you can run, triple options or just reverse, whatever you want to do. Run any option plays.
They also hand the ball to the receivers in this offense.
Yes, Deebo and gets
Ayuk
a lot of reversals. Yeah, and Ayuk gets so there's just a ton of flexibility there. I just don't know. To me, it's just going to come down to health. I think
Mostert goes decently higher in redraft leagues.
Oh, 100%. But if Mostert's healthy the whole season, do you think he plays the whole season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he's healthy, he'll be out there for those games. But I do.
Do you think there'll be a split?
I think it's going to be, it'll be a split. I think at best, you're probably looking at like a 60%. I think that would be high for whatever running back you have in the system, would be fine.
They don't normally run a split, though.
Yeah, they do.
Not really.
Yeah.
The reason that you always feel like they run a split, though, is because someone's always hurt.
Yeah, but I mean, like even Mostert last year, I mean, he never saw more than 60% of snaps in a game.
Okay.
So I think that's like the upside, but that in that offense, that is perfectly good enough to be a very good running back for fantasy.
Yes.
I think I've been thinking about this going, like if you're in redraft leagues and you're looking at a 0 RB strategy, running backs to just pile on late in drafts. I think Sermon could be one of those guys late to take a shot
I would
on
not,
if you're going 0 RB.
Yeah. But he can't be your first.
Well, no. I mean,
he's got to be like your third or fourth.
He's going to be going very late. Yeah, it'd be like your fourth or fifth running back.
Yeah, he's got to be. I'm just making. I didn't know where you were trying to go with that. No. So,
I mean, 0 RB means like you're not taking like a running back in like the first 2 rounds usually.
Well, 0 RB means you're not taking them.
I mean, everyone's kind of got a different strategic.
Yeah, all it kind of depends. I look at it more deeper than that. And if you're doing, I don't know. I've never been a fan of that strategy, but I think it all kind of depends.
Yeah, it just depends.
Especially this season, I think you definitely cannot do 0 RB.
Yeah. So let's get to the wide receivers on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's who's a number one in this offense question? Do you know who? Do you know who
Here's who I think
number
is
one in
number
the
one.
offense?
I think Ayuk is a number one.
Yeah.
I would like to say Samuel because he's been there longer, but I think Brandon Ayuk has just been way more efficient. I think he's been slightly healthier because they both have had health issues as well.
I mean, Ayuk's only been in there for 1 year. Yeah, he missed a couple of games last year.
Mm-hmm.
He did see 96 targets. His yards per catch is good. He was good for a rookie. I mean, last year's rookie wide receiver class was another very good one. And he's one of those handful of guys whose dynasty value is very high. Debo did not play a lot last year. But if you go back, they had similar rookie seasons. I think if I had to pick who I think is the number one, I think it is Ayuk, but I think it is close enough to where it's not going to be a big factor week basis.
No, if you really want to put it, you can almost do a 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
In retrospect, you really could. And what's really crazy is they're both very similar players too.
Oh yeah, they have very similar play styles. They both can go inside, outside.
They're universal.
Yeah.
Which is the one thing you will get with this offense, especially, again, when Trey Lance comes in.
Well, that's why I give Shanahan and the GM for the 49ers a lot of credit because they go after the players that fit the style system they want, and they get those players, and those players succeed in the system.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Debo also last year, coming back from his injuries, he never looked 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this offseason he could be sneaky, but I think the price difference in drafts is going to be at least a few rounds. I think Ayuk's going to go a few rounds ahead of Debo.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, if I had to say, say there's a 3-round gap between Debo and Ayuk, which one would you rather have? I bet Ayuk goes around 6th round, something around there.
Yeah, I mean we won't really know a lot of that until closer to the season, but I don't know, man. That's a hefty gap. So I might take, Samuel there. I might do that.
I think that's
I would take
the way
Samuel.
I would lean.
But I would really like if it was a 2-round gap, maybe I would take Ayuk. Again, I don't know where he's going to be going because most people aren't drafting right now. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked our video today, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon. Get notified whenever we go live or post other videos. You can see the link below. You can click on previous videos. You can also leave comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. And we'll catch you next week.
Have a good one.